Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's currently the 6th of April, so we have basically 22 days till my third year project is due. This project has so much going on. I have to basically write a 10,000 word report. I have to make sure everything is fully tested. I even have to present a video to my supervisor showing how it works. So I know you guys are on spring break right now, but I'm literally still on campus, and over the next 22 days I'm going to be really grinding.
And yes, my goals for this channel is still to break into big tech as a machine learning engineer, but in order to do that I still need to get good grades first, as I have a conditional offer for my masters in computer science at Edinburgh University, which requires me to get a first in this third year dissertation.
Okay, so now what exactly is my third year project?
So here I was basically going to attempt to quickly explain how the actual sparse matrix multiplication thing actually works, but that will end up taking a bit too long. So the main thing you actually need to know is that when you go on websites like YouTube and Netflix and you get recommended movies to watch next or videos to watch, the neural network of these companies is doing this matrix multiplication under the hood. So basically you have a user matrix which is filled with your own watch history, which is so tiny compared to the millions of videos available on YouTube, and that gets multiplied against another dense matrix that the YouTube algorithm has already trained to predict what you'll like next.
Honestly, I love this project so much because it's actually much more complex than you guys think. It really gets me to think, and it's actually fun building it. Sometimes coursework I don't even like doing it at uni, but honestly if you're in third year, make sure you pick a project you actually like, and make sure it's an area you're also interested in, because you really want to be working on stuff that keeps you up late at night and makes you wake up early in the morning, as you can see here. So yeah, this firmware in C is basically to benchmark and show how much faster my accelerator is than using just a typical CPU without an accelerator. Alright, so I got my breakfast here as usual. My eggs and my potatoes, but I just kind of burned them because I think I got too carried away coding, so don't judge me for this.
But I basically just realized I banned myself from using all forms of social media last night for the next 22 days till I finish this project. So today I'm literally watching Leetcode Solutions for fun while I'm eating food. It just can't get worse than this. The job for today is to be able to get the results from the benchmark I've implemented in the C firmware to be printed out on my serial terminal through UART. And keep in mind, I haven't written a single line of C code since my first year of uni, and for some reason I actually haven't forgotten much. I think I'm even writing better code now, because now when I'm writing code I'm thinking if this is the most efficient way to do some certain things in terms of time and space resources. So it looks like the Leetcode grind actually does somehow pay off in practice.
Alright, so it's been literally 12 hours since we last met, and I've just been doing work. I literally had to install Quartus, which is basically a tool we use to program this FPGA on my Windows PC. And if you know me, you know I hate Windows. Windows is actually crap. So I'm forced to use Windows. I was also meant to print out the output for my project through UART. Some of you guys might know what UART is. I can't even do that. I have to use GPIOs because for something it's just so much complicated stuff. I spent hours. But anyways, as you can see here, we're getting somewhere. My design is compiling, so hopefully something actually works first try. I know that never works, but let's just see. Hopefully something works first try and I can move on to the second stage. So this is the moment of truth. I have the FPGA reset. We have the serial terminal ready. And finally, all I have to do is press start. Hopefully this works. It's programming. Successful. We have some digits. Holy shit, it worked. Anyways, it says 4,239. And accelerator cycles 486. Speed up 8 times. That's actually so cool. Okay, I'm so happy it actually worked first try. That's crazy. We have the UART actually printing. I'm so tired right now. It's 8:30, so I'm going to go to sleep right now. I have a Leetcode question too, so I'm going to do a Leetcode question and then go to sleep. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Alright guys, so it's been about 3 days right now. We've made some really good progress, and I'm about to show you guys what we've done with the accelerator. But it's currently 7 AM. I'm about to head off to campus because it's finally reopened after Easter and I can actually lock in. I'm so tired of doing work in this room, so we could head off to campus and do some real work. Alright, we're finally here. Now we're going to test to see if my new design works, and we'll see the speed up increase from last time. To show you guys the update, I've just finished compiling it. I've made a lot of changes to this design. What I have to press is start. And now it's going to program the FPGA. It's at 21. We actually have something printed onto the terminal. The reason I got this 21x speed up from the 8x previously is because I added this line. This single for loop, basically in system Verilog, makes more instances of these DSP blocks in the FPGA that does the matrix multiplication. So now that I have 8 DSP units, all doing each column of a row at once, I can do a whole row in one clock cycle, and that's a bit crazy. Alright guys, so it's been about 5 days since I last talked to you guys. It's currently 5 a.m. I just want to give you guys some updates on what's been going on, some good things, some bad things. So the accelerated project has actually been going really good, but I've been hitting some crazy benchmarks, so I'll show you guys in the afternoon when we go to campus. But in terms of like my self-maintenance, like my own schedule I made, it's been really hard to follow this. So I think a lot of the systems I built weren't as strong, so I'm going to rechange some stuff. I mean, even like me not being able to watch videos when I eat lunch and stuff like that, maybe that kind of put too much strain on my brain. So I'm going to tweak the rules a bit. I literally don't even have my phone currently in this house. It's gone. So I have some really strong systems that I know will work now, and we're going to rewrite this schedule and then go to campus. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, there is another update. For the first time in literally months, I'm actually going to be working on my software CV. So I've written some stuff and I'm going to like actually try and apply with it. I haven't applied seriously to like a software job in ages. But yeah, I saw this really cool machine learning role by Perplexity on recommender systems and search in general. And I have done a bit of research in this area, so I do feel like I could kind of apply. There's also another one by Tencent, but I don't know, I don't really have the motivation to apply to all of these, but I will apply to these too. And keep in mind, everyone that's looking, I do think you should still be applying. It probably is way past the time to be applying for summer internships, and I do know I should have applied earlier, but I didn't feel comfortable enough to be applying, so I'm only going to be applying when I feel like I can at least pass all the rounds. Currently I'm compiling some of the results for the accelerator. I'm still at 21x speed up, which is still good, but I'm aiming for a bit of an increase right now because I've made some changes to the way the memory is fetched. I'm actually going to try some Leetcode in C. C is like the worst language. For those that don't know what C is, it's generally the worst language in the world. But I've been writing so much C lately, I'm actually getting into it for some reason, which shows how messed up my brain is right now. Let's see how it goes. I mean, it's easy, so it should be fine. I kind of solved the Leetcode question, but I needed a lot of help, so I watched the Leetcode video. Programming in C is the dumbest thing you could ever do. Trust me, don't do it. I kind of do want to stick with it, just because I do want to like understand a bit more of how it works on a lower level, like how memory gets allocated and deallocated, stuff like that, pointers, blah blah blah. But honestly, it's just a waste of time and it's just more of a headache. So I wouldn't advise anyone to do that. Finally, we're going to actually test this and see if it actually works on this design. I mean, it's currently like 9 o'clock, so I've been here for an hour just waiting for this to compile and doing Leetcode. Like I'm so fried right now. So we're going to check if this works, and hopefully we're going to be going home tonight. If this works, let's see. Start programming. It's still 21. All right, so that's it for today. I need to go home and sleep. So see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I've basically been grinding the entire day for hours, trying to figure out why that happened yesterday. We got 21x speed up. I implemented int8 quantization, and it still had a 21 times speed up for some reason, right? And I kind of figured it out. So I've just implemented it again, the exact same code, the exact same int8 quantization structure, and I'll explain what this does. But look at this, we got a 46 times speed up. This is literally a miracle. Like, I didn't even imagine these numbers were possible. Literally, this is better than some of the research papers I've seen. And if you look closer to the actual benchmark that was printed now, you can actually see that it got to up to 56% faster. But 56 times is the maximum for a 64 by 64 matrix. Like, this is some crazy stuff. Let me just quickly go through what int8 quantization actually does, so you guys really understand this. Initially, you have 32-bit numbers, and I'm basically trying to shrink them and scale them between an 8-bit range. Here I use -1 to 8 to 1 to 8, whatever, but I'm reducing the amount of information that each number contains. And this saves a lot of space. That's one efficiency boost. But the advantage of doing something like this is because when you do memory reads, you're basically fetching 4 instead of 1, because now we have 4 8-bit numbers within the same 32-bit space that fetches from memory. A small increase in memory bandwidth can result in like some crazy gains, as you guys can see here. Anyways, a lot of nerdy, complicated stuff. I need to go to the gym. Like, I feel like a CS kid. I feel like I've been grinding. Anyways, we'll head to the gym and I'll tell you guys about how it's been for the past like probably 7 days, 8 days with no phone, and how I'm mentally, surviving this war. All right, so back from the gym. Good session, but I did want to talk a little bit about just living without a phone for a couple of days. It's way harder than you guys might think, and I think it's something everyone should definitely try. Like, a phone is just, you shouldn't really get a lot of good stuff having a phone. There's more negatives these days than positives. So in periods where I need to lock in, is such a waste of time. Like, even without music, I haven't listened to music for the past week, and I can just I feel like I'm more present in the environment. Like, actually, I feel like I'm more alive. I know what's going on. If you're feeling distracted, if you feel like you're on a low, or you just want to really grind, put in effort in a month, you want to make progress, but trust me, don't use your phone. Literally just give it to someone. If you have a girlfriend, give it to your girlfriend. If you have like a brother or dad, whatever, or just hide it in your room. Swear you'll never touch it. Think of other ways to do other automated stuff. I have WhatsApp on my desktop. That's pretty much what I want to talk about. I'm so happy I did this, and I'll definitely keep doing this in the future.